Well, top 4 teams as of now, and while BZ struck first blood, we'll see if Simp can get a bit of revenge here, or how these teams are going to start off in their CDL openers. Let's get into it, kicking it off. Din hardpoint to rock and roll. And it'll be one of the tiny tears at BZ to start it. Well, it's 0-4 though to win it. We'll see what they can do with 3 opening kills to find some time. That'll be all 4 dead for Thieves, and well, they're going to spawn out to P2. So do you read the flip? Yep, they all instantly turn. I think due to the spawn of their one player that dropped.
Yeah, Scrap's gonna go on a bit of a long route here. They were trying to pick that up, so you're gonna really wait for him, but you get him off the time. So these 2 players are gonna try to play a little bit safe, but nice heads up play from Simp. He's gonna try to push on forward, break up that additional, but it's his duo, his old duo in Abizu who finds the double, but there's a spawn near P2. He is able to read it, but good start time for Vegas.
Yeah, I'll put 19 up, but playing real deep. That'll be number 6 in 04. His name looks so weird on the scoreboard with like the 6 and then the 04.
604.
But this P2, bro, I mean, what, you're gonna pull out some extra Dravics. It's gonna get mixy. That back spawn can be insane because of how hectic it is and what sticky that back spawn, well, cannot be, I guess. You'll see a lot of flips that can happen here over the course of 1 hard point.
Yeah, and I mean, if you do have those back spawns, you're really just trying to get pushed forward. You can really, like, sort of, yeah, test those limits, get them spawning out far. It's just hard to do where you get a 3 or 4 dead, and there's not a bunch of crazy trades because nades are everywhere. Everyone's going to be one shot. We're going to see a lot of big plays happen at this P2, and well, there's a triple from 04 as they're able to break through the front.
You got to love to see that. This guy, I don't know who's going to be like the X factor for me. Probably Draws, I guess, on this team. Just that guy that you can maybe win or die by, but 04, he's right there in the conversation. This guy, I remember talking last year again, the Crowder, like, and he was like, I think he's the most underrated player in the league. Like, he had a lot of respect for what he was able to do, and again, probably because they matched up so much.
One, I mean, he's the guy taking those routes, right? Sort of like what shots he does, what Hydra does. If he's winning his ones, he's just gonna make your life hell on earth.
Yeah.
You always have to worry about him. It's just that when he's losing those, it looks really bad.
It does, it does. Well, looking bad right now is the score line, but it's early on. Thieves, finally, early setup, but there's a pinch that's going to be coming in. We'll keep an eye on number 6 and 04. He's going to try and find an opening. And this looks like it's going to fall apart early. You'll still have 2 in mid. What are you seeing, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, so Vegas right now, a solid lead. Let's go to a listen in. Here are the comms.
Two there. That's fine.
Nice.
Can you make it?
I don't see anything.
Eat my pinch.
I don't see anything yet.
Nice.
Hey, get up. Make sure you
I'm mid.
I'm stacking top. Okay, that's fine. I'll be outside.
Too close.
Could be tapping on
What's
it.
this fault?
Take your time.
Let's get the gun. Because
I'm hit it out, okay? You guys got it.
Keep it playing. That's last two.
Lobby. He went top with it. No, he's not lobby.
I don't see the last two.
I'll take that out. I'm gonna be top.
Hit the stairs fast.
Popping out the listen in. Phase for, or the lead for Phase is at 60. Next hard point up, though. We'll see what Thieves can do with the early setup. Pressure is going to be here quickly. It's going to be Draws looking for openers, only able to get 1.
Look at Jet's position,
the mid push, they deal with that as well.
Yeah, look at where you're spawning right now. If you're Phase, this is what kind of we're talking about, right? Just sort of pushing those limits. You kind of set up a pinch, you win some big ones around the hill, and this is a way to get right back into it. You get a full 60 at this P4, and that early start doesn't matter. Scrap on 4 in a row, starting to get going.
Yeah, in that position, like how many? It's going to be about what 23 seconds before the next push really comes in for Phase, and is it going to turn into break it up a little bit of time at the end? It is, because Simp pops the triple. Hydra and Abizu both going to get smoked, and well, that'll be the final 20 maybe to Phase.
Yeah, I mean, and well, we know what this guy can do. I mean, he's leading in hardpoint time, has the most kills in the lobby, had a couple of 3 pieces already, and leads to the break. So Simp doing what he does every single year.
Yeah, I mean, well, there have been years it hasn't been that, though. He's been like kind of the unselfish guy, set up teammates guy, route guy, but he can't be that on this. It needs to be God Simp. That's the version we're going to need to see, especially in respawns. And right now, he's putting up the numbers everywhere. Lead still floating around 60 for Phase. We get into our second set, and what do you see on the map for now, Joe?
Well, I mean, that is just a 50-point swing, right? Like, that's plays a 50-point swing, and well, that's the lead in the game. So you had your chance at fewer LADs, but you continue to fight. As well, last time we were at this P1, it was Phase Vegas who were able to earn a whole bunch of time. So now if you're Simp, you're just trying to play your life. You see the spawns in here for Phase all the way across the map. A great setup here for Thieves.
What kind of time can he buy? I think he's been spotted. He's getting pushed by Hydra, but he's able to help his teammates stay alive. Maybe Abuza can look over him as well. Now the help is in. He'll get AR out, and that's clean pickings there. Kenny's head's going to get plucked. Sim continues to roll. It's 16. And as P2 gets ready to roll, you'll have numbers here for a moment for Thieves. FaZe spawn's coming in real deep because Kenny's on the backside of the hard point, so number 8 and Abuza spawning real far out.
Yeah, I think Ken spawns out.
But I was gonna say, they don't have the back though.
Yeah, but they know that this could potentially be a possibility, but not gonna be ready for Draza. Hydra was trying to block it, and well, now this is gonna get crazy. You win it on one side, and well, that will calm things down for LA Thieves. The rest of the team, it's gonna be flooding through mid.
They dealt with a crazy situation pretty well, because that's what I was talking about earlier. That back P2 spawn, like I think Hydra was like a second late on it maybe, and you get the spawn, but you've still dealt with it. You still got some great time. You have 30 left, down about 30. Chance for Thieves to be right back in this game with a tie here and a nice P2 hold. 6 straight for Abizi. Onto his screen, we saw Simp frying earlier, his longtime duo, 7 titles together. Now he's going to work on 18 and 9. Streak to 8 as he continues. Hellstorm to work with. Abizi is eating. There's another one for him. Draws may be weak, but he's going to shut it down. Looking for double digits here on the streak.
I'm just imagining these guys are like, man, so this is what it was like.
They would be really good together, huh? That's what I was saying. Imagine those two playing together. Imagine someone's new to the CDL this year. Like, if that sentence was said, I'd hit him.
I mean, 10 in a row, and now you have the Hellstorm. FaZe, though, hanging on. But that P2, they dealt with the chaos, now only down 20. Here comes the streak.
Streak is in, and the streak is still going. He's calling out to his teammates. Doesn't look like it's going to. He does connect. He's able to take out Abuza. And now he'll try to get back involved with the Gunny. Here he goes. Streak still going. Finally going to be traded out. It's Kenny. Of course it's Kenny. That's going to take him out. Finally, the streak from Abizi is done. But it gets up to what? I mean, 12 if you include the Hellstorm. Incredible stretch there.
Yeah, now we're going to see FaZe. They have the P4 spawns. So LA Thieves able to break that behind the streak. You split some of the time. Almost a tie game. Potential lead change. Scrap not able to find the second. But back to the money.
Dude, another triple, bro.
And that calms down the map big time, right? Right before P4 is about to spawn in, you can already see the FaZe boys starting into a good setup. Draws is pushed out so far. You are going to see those Sims going to be out of this play for a moment.
He's trying to get involved. Can they buy time for him to get there? Number 5. And Simp trying to get there. Abuza trying to buy time. Now Simp's going to get there, and there's a double. Just enough to get it done. Bought just enough time for Simp spawning out deep to get in. A 4 not able to win his fight. Simpto still finding kills till he's traded out. FaZe Vegas still winning it from the back. I gotta use saying FaZe Vegas too. I'm gonna force myself. FaZe Vegas. FaZe Vegas.
We'll just stick with FaZe for now.
Yeah, it's easier. I probably should do that.
Now. But I tell you what, it's just Simpto once again. So you're able to get a break through the front. So throughout all that chaos, really, that front spawn kind of opened up for LA Thieves. They could flood. They've been able to trade, and well, you take that because you might have been able to put the game away if you were FaZe. But final 10 gonna go their way behind Abizi and Hydra.
Lead change coming. Thieves now gonna go out in front. Third set of rotations about to pop. P2 side control. We'll keep a focus on that throughout this, but it's gonna be FaZe that have got it locked down for now. Can they get time going in the hard point? Thieves able to deal with one on the backside in Draza. Abizi trying to finesse. He's eventually going to get pushed out there by Simp, but the rest of the kill feed going the way of Thieves. Trying to get in behind enemy lines on a route is going to be Ken. And now so much for those P2 spawns. FaZe Vegas is all dropped. And now they got to take some routes.
And this is what we talk about sort of 04's impact, right? He's the guy going on that long route. Scraps picking it up right off spawn. So big one-on-one, and there we go. Scraps able to win it. Great plays from him. But here comes the rest of the break attempt from FaZe. 2 for 2 so far. But Hydra had a slow game. He was 9 and 20. When I looked at the scoreboard, I looked back up. The guy is 21 and 26. He has turned it around.
I mean, we're talking Simp and Abizi mostly because they were the one putting up the stats. But Hydra reminding you he is a superstar. But some big kills coming in for FaZe Vegas at a big moment here with what 15 or so left on the hard point, giving them some breathing room, allowing them to take some routes. And Thieves not going to be in the perfect position per se, but and they're going to lose a couple of players. Hydra and Stat both going to drop. Abizi's getting all the way in the back, trying to make sure there's not too much pressure towards the back. And well, there's everything towards the back. All 4 going to fly in and deal with him. Now the pressure to the point.
You can hold it from the front, but you need some nades, you need some backup. And off spawn comes Scrap and Hydra. But yeah, just such a good team push. You're hoping Abizi maybe gets one there, but he's going to come off spawn, and Scrap somehow stays alive. Beautifully done by Scrap as they're earning this time without the back spawns.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a break for sure.
100%.
After they picked up Abizi, but they got to go again. Thieves, 25 or so away from the win. Looking for some crucial seconds, but Simp, Draza, Abuza all through with kills, and they'll break through. Took a long time to get it done, but they finally got in. But that was a big, honestly, that first big hold after they lost to BZ. If Thieves win this map, it might be on that. I thought 04 was going off the map there for a second, but instead he's getting 2.
Yeah, everyone's done it. You're going to see it multiple times throughout the year.
Yeah.
It's that
he's turning it up. He's turning it up.
We talk about the impact player. There is a triple on rotation, so you earn the scrap time, plus you're winning that next hill. You can see, though, LA Thieves, they are all over the map, pinching from both sides. Where's this player going to spawn? Yeah, so 04 is going to be behind. Sort of the dojo spawns. Abuz is going to pick that up, his duo, but LA Thieves, they're right back down to the hill.
Right back on some huge gunfights. The sub for Kenny is going to turn into 2. Nobody in the point for now. Thieves will battle back in. 15 now needed for the win. All the pressure on FaZe Vegas to now break in. This break will be everything, Kenny. We'll see you later. He gets stunned and he's off the map. Credit to 04, I guess, for that kill. 5 more and this one is done. It looks like FaZe done enough here to see a little more time, but they have got to be perfect from here forward.
Yeah, now you can see 2 spawns, make it 3. Everyone should spawn up safe here for LA Thieves. So now it's just a question, do we go for this one more time or just rotate? Let's say they might gamble this a bit. Someone gets behind, that's 04. But yeah, they're gonna play for the scrap time. And if they get there just in time, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no 04, that is so tough. Because if his teammates buy him a second, he might have been in the spot to win the map.
Well, I think that's situations we talk about where you gotta be perfect because you have to win it on both fronts. You have to win it on next, you have to win it on old, and just that dangerous amount of time on the clock where Thieves able to put one more hit into it. I think Abizi led in the slaying on the one side, I think Simp led in the other side, but Abizi will get the smiles as he's able to take the map.
Yeah, those guys are pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. But you saw what? Some crazy play from Hydra. You saw a 4 with a lot of big moments as well, but not enough to get the win. Was there one particular moment that really changed things for you for the Thieves W?
I think that's that P2.
Honestly, that hold after Abizi got pushed back?
Yeah, 100%. Because then they got the second one. Like, there was a trade. It was a 3-on-2 inside the hill. Somehow Scrap stayed alive.
We got to kill the pistol, right?
Yeah, I think it's that P2. And I mean, Simp, like, bro, he had 4,400 damage, 36 kills, and this is kind of what we're talking about, right?
Just he's going to need to do that to win. If you're doing that for the loss, that's tough because that's a ridiculous map.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're worried about. He also had almost 2 minutes in the hill, but he was, especially through the first rotation, a part of the reason they kept that lead at that P4. Then he had like that P1 play, the second rotation, like he had some big swings on the map.
No, he's going to have to be him this year. Unfortunately, it seems like when he is him, it might not lead to a map win at times, but they'll drop that first map. And well, they led throughout what? Most of it. When did the lead change happen? Around 180, 180 or somewhere in that realm?
Yeah, it was right towards that P4 break. That second P4. LA Thieves were able to break through the front. I mean, we saw that Sim play. He kind of spawns out. If he spawns safe, maybe there's a chance they hold it. And like, you still were able to get right back onto it, but they had such good position through the front of that P4, but everyone had to back on up and deal with the push.
A wild one here. We expected this to be a grueler. What you said, if FaZe when it has to be through 5, you think it's going to come through some search and destroys and through the overload as well? I had this weird thing where I want to call overload exposure, and I have no idea why. There's no logical reason for it.
I was saying overdrive for a while because it was
overdrive. No, that's popped in my head
used
too.
To be a specialist, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's. I don't know what the exposure word doesn't make a lick of sense. That's just my brain. That's just my brain. But
maybe it's like the first map you've ever saw of it. So
maybe honestly, maybe that could be it. But we'll see your Scuff kind of hardpoint breakdown here, how it has looked or how it did look. And they got the lead, so it was around like 170, 180 when they got the lead and they didn't look back.
Yeah, I mean, Deets had a great P1 on that third set, but yeah, you see that second P2. I just think that's probably where FaZe go back, watch the VOD, and how did we not control most of this here? You may not win the map there, but you put yourself in a much better spot.
Oh, no, 100%. Then they're not in that desperation mode. No. Hey, that goes differently. Then it's Thieves in that position, right? That have to kind of play it perfect. But a reminder on how the maps are going to go. Exposure to the map and not the mode. Going to be the search and destroy for map 2 as we'll get ready for that. And I mean, both these teams, I think, have a ton of potential to be fantastic search and destroy teams, just based on the personnel that you have on it. Hydra, at least for the last, 3-4 years, maybe his entire career, stage 1's not always his best, search and destroy, but then something happens going into stage 2 where he becomes literally God, and then he's the best player henceforth.
He learns timings.
I'm sure.
That's just all it is. It's reps. Yeah. He plays off timings. He takes chances, takes risks, and he knows when the best chance is.
Well, we're going to take a look at, well, we're going to be talking about a lot. These two, one of the greatest duos of all time.
Especially in Search.
Especially in Search and Destroy. It's honestly insane. Just, you know, you and I started casting together around the time these two started playing together. And I feel like we've been casting together forever now.
Yeah.
Them just being on different teams is still a little, it's just weird. It still feels a little odd to me.
Yeah, and it's like, we're talking about like them obviously going up against each other, but I'm sure they have a very, it's not like they
I don't think they had like a bad break.
It was just sort of like,
we had our run.
We got to try something new. This isn't working anymore.
It's just crazy because they won 2 events.
No, they did.
Well, back-to-back years you win 2 events, but like, I think when your players like Simp, like Abizi, yes, majors are important and their careers are insane, but like, you're thinking legacy, you're thinking me trying to be the all-time great. The champ, back-to-back champs, top 6s, it's just, I think that's all it was. Like, it's just not good enough, and some frustrations probably happened there. But yeah, I don't think it sounded like it broke up in some like crazy way where people, I mean, imagine them fighting, dude. That's like 120 pounds a person battling.
How much would you pay for that ticket?
I'd pay a good amount, honestly. A good amount. That'd be entertaining. They'd probably run out of gas.
That's the real monster matchup right there.
Yeah. Oh, Battle of the Shire. All right, so map 2 now. Search and Destroy. We got into a map quickly. I could not be happier. Update comes in for whatever issue we're having, and hopefully we'll be rolling from here on forth. Thank you for watching. We love you all. And if I'm messing up words, I'm sorry. Joe and I sat on a couch and watched for 4 hours. I had to wake myself back up. He hit me in the face.
I was doing laps, dude.
Yeah, you were actually doing laps. You walk quite a bit. You're getting your steps in.
Yeah, my steps in, guys. Stay loose, guys. Stay young.
Well, it's all going to be on Abuza now, 1 versus 3. He had snipe in his hand throughout most of what we've watched in scrim and tournament play in the preseason, and that'll be the case here.
Yeah, one of the better ones we saw. I mean, just very effective with it, but gonna be tough to do. And this is kind of what we talked about. Now, you have to play your life, right? Sort of like your economy. Right?
Yeah, with like with your 2 lives with a snipe. Yeah.
Do you try to save it, or do you just try to clutch up?
I don't know. I'm curious how this goes.
Well, let's say he's gonna get pressure. They saw him, so they're gonna run at him.
All right, well, he's gonna try and scramble away, 8 HP, and he's gonna get dropped. Hydra will sniff him out. Life gone for Abuza. One more opportunity for him to rip out the snipe, and
I don't know. Hydra's just yelling at his screen, him and Scrap. I'm not sure what's going on.
Hey, they're having fun, apparently. They're having fun.
And that's all that matters. And we fixed one issue, the round 1 issue, though, not fixed.
Yeah, not fixed yet. We'll get there, though. Baby steps, Joe.
One thing at a time.
I'm currently getting powdered because I'm sweaty, Joe.
It's a little toasty.
I don't know what these little pads are. They're like the anti-oil pads or something. I'm oily, I guess. I'm getting cleaned up, brother. All right, I'm back. You know, I don't always like casting with like a love, but I do like that I have freedom to roam. I can just explore, you know?
You get lost, yeah.
I can just wander around.
I gotta keep a leash on you.
Just do some moves. New studio is dope, though, huh? It is awesome. The Thieves get the first round to win. Into round 2 now. On the attack will be Thieves. Shots to the players for a moment, just say hello, and now we get back to the round. Pressure coming up towards A. They'll try to work, L, motel area, and then you'll focus on the flank as well. That looks like it's gonna be kind of scrap versus Abuza that was slowly developing.
And what we saw in round 1, what we kind of talked about, it was Hydra with the first blood. So we found that timing effective. They win the round. This time it's 0-4, maybe trying to make the play on the other side. Just creeping his way on up. Abizi's checking for it, but the push is really through the middle of the map. Draza, though, gonna find that first blood. Simp there to help them, and well, the rest of that push gets shut down.
Yeah, over in Delhi, wallbang central, someone's just gonna get ripped. Now it's Ken last alive, not gonna be able to pull off the miraculous, so we'll get to 1-1. And like, it's honestly, it's just interesting, like, Search this year in the sense we have all like, I don't want to say like straight up maps. We also have more traditional maps, like 3-lane. Like, you know, for years, I feel like we always had a couple maps that were easy to find gaps, or you could find holes for free because they were actually 7 lanes. Like, it kind of changes your players trying to find timings and holes, right? Like, this isn't like, I don't know, protocol with zip line. It's a little different.
No, 100%.
Shot of the wall,
and I think that's why you're kind of seeing sort of a lot of nade spots are coming in. Teams are going to be taking those chances, trying to go 3 through a middle. It's just a lot of, just switching up those play calls. But yeah, we saw in the last match how important those nades are, especially around AA bomb site.
Nades are going to be huge. You see some of the utility hitting there. I didn't see what combinations it was, but it looks like they were at least stunned up and slowed for a moment. If there was a frag in the mix, that might have connected on 2 or 3 players. So they back it up for now, try to combine some of their own nades out towards middle. They aren't going to hit, and here comes the push. 4 able to get towards the box, Eddie. Looks like Simp going to be bomb carrier And we saw that most of last year.
Crazy.
I mean, and honestly, for most of last year, he was incredible with bomb in hand, and then at the end of the year, he was not. They got slammed. Oh, big opening gunfight. Abizi's going to take it.
I'm the first blood guy.
Yeah, 04 will pick up one, though. Nice little drop shot and a win from draws to suddenly shift numbers in their favor. They group up. They take the fight. It leads to a team kill, so it's big there, but it's not going to matter at the end of the day. FaZe will take it.
I'm crediting Kenny for +1 right there. That's some good movement to stay alive.
I'm surprised. I was surprised. I thought it was Hydra, bro.
At least a team kill there.
Yeah.
Nice little movement there for Ken. But yeah, I mean, just controlling the middle of the map. And LA Thieves, the last couple of rounds, their main focus has really been that sort of middle deli shop, whatever you want to call it, that mid-building.
Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm calling it yet. Ant said deli. So I kind of like deli. I've called it shop.
Mid-building?
Just wall bang central.
That's a different shop.
Go in there if you want to get shot. Well, dude, everything, it's just paper thin walls, Joe. Paper thin. They hear all the noises. 2-1 FaZe before I go too off the rails. 3 straight for 04. Nice job bringing it back. That was a 3v4 after Simp got blooded. This time the blood go to Abusa, who hits the snipe. He dies in this round. He won't be able to pull it out again. And well,
timing.
Scrap, does he check it? He does. Abusa, adios. Scrap picks it up, finds the opening.
Man, I mean, you just had so much map control, and then it just kind of just goes away. Do that one time, and everybody repositions. Now we're in a 2-on-2. Abusa.
Why did I think that was Abusa for some reason? He was definitely in green. Abusa gets another one.
Yeah, well, this is his sort of second sniper life. So, I mean, you would love for him to stay alive, and they do. So, Vegas, they're able to just settle down after Scrap finds the opening, but it's Abusa's snipe that finds 2, puts him into the spot.
I think I was just talking about Abusa as that swap happened, so I just like...
You saw the sniper?
I have no idea. I just thought that was Abusa. But I'm tripping. FaZe, though, almost get 3v4. They got a little nerve-wracking there for a moment, but unlike Thieves in the previous round, they're able to hold on after the first blood. Credit to Abusa as he gets some big ones, and then Simp gets the final 2. Teams chat a bit. Looks like Abusa and Simp. Well, I was gonna say they look to be the vocal ones. Kind of everybody chatting through right now. Everybody vocal.
Yeah, I mean this FaZe team. I mean, yeah, they should be one of the best search teams.
You would think.
We always say that with FaZe, but yeah, with this roster, like with how successful sort of 04 and Abusa have been in S&D in their career.
So far, so good. Drop the first round now. Well, finding openings gonna be Simp at 04. Thieves put on the back foot early. A forward is where you don't want to throw your life away. Or as Chance and Miles were talking, you don't want to scam. That would have been a chance for it. But they'll back up, play it safe, get bombed down. No freebies here.
I mean, Ken and Hydra just on opposite ends. So you're each going to have to make an individual play. But Sim's locked in down the middle of the map. It's almost some bad timing on Ken. And well, Hydra's going to get one. So let's see how this plays out.
Abusa's 4 HP. This was very close to falling apart. He gets
It
that.
still might. Okay, we're good. So 1 versus 3, and there we go. Able to find the last. But yeah, if that timing went a little bit different for Ken, maybe he finds Sif, that would have quickly been a 2-on-2.
Yeah.
But I mean, heck of a job here from FaZe, because yeah, you lose that round 1, and yeah, those smiles, they went away on the Thieves side.
Yeah, I mean, this was the combo with Thieves last year. Like, their stage 1, Search was the one kind of weakness. And it really turned around, and well, it was a lot of just kind of Hydra turning around and taking over. He's not the only factor, obviously, but they started slow last year too at Search, and then really started to take off.
Yeah, you just added a BZ to the team, so.
Yeah, that's kind of what was going to be my question. Like, adding a BZ, is that so you're just like, no excuses? Like, you got a BZ on the team now?
Just yeah, it's a very sharp tool to use.
Yeah.
Go forward. Get the first blood.
Well, Abusa and Simp both on 4 straight, and while so is FaZe Vegas. That's 4 straight rounds for them. Look at the tally in the 5th, but it's offense for Thieves as they've worked forward for A control. Hydra gets your blood. Nice shots through the smoke to take a second, and Hydra may have just sealed the round here with that.
Yeah, nice little 2 there. Well, Jenny's gonna push on through, so 1 versus 4 here for Abusa, and well, this is his second sniper life, so again, it's just a question of are you gonna stay alive? No, you are not. You're gonna get hunted, so no more snipes on the FaZe side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the snipe has been the round winner for them. It's outside the 1 round. I mean, where he got blood and then got the second kill to put them back to a 3v2. Obviously, he kind of won that round for him, but I'm sure they can get it done without, but won't be seeing it again. Kenny and Hydra both get a pair in that. And well, a big one. For Thieves, you needed something because it felt like you could kind of see they were getting a little frustrated.
And that's going to be sort of like the difference for like a BZ joining this team, where like Hydra, he's always the guy who finds openings, can find the first blood. So those two working in tandem and just how that evolves throughout the year.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see, honestly. It's definitely different players in Search.
Way
different, but
they both like to get at.
Find a lot of success. Yeah. I was trying to think of the best way to word it. It's another blood for Hydra this time.
That's his third.
Combos a nade. His bloods could be crucial for a comeback here, but the push now for FaZe kind of comes to a halt. You just gotta hope you can win a gunfight, and well, that's a person that's gonna be difficult to do it against. Draza squares up. Simp gets dropped, Scrap locking down mid.
Yeah, I mean, this has been like the main focal point for LADs right from the start of this map, is locking down the mid building.
The last one too.
And every single time FaZe has kind of gone to this area, it has been locked down. So nice job by Thieves. But again, just that first blood, it's been the difference. It was the difference in round 1 on defense. Hydra gets it within the first 15 seconds. The nade does it this time.
I always wonder, like, if their cameras are in positions of how they're actually seating. So when I see one person looking, he's talking, is he actually talking to Hydra? Or could he be looking and talking to somebody else?
I know the lineup too, because I watched some scrims.
Yeah. It's not important at all, but I wonder it sometimes. I like to pretend I know the conversations they're having, Jay, you know? Because I'm weird like that.
Now I'm thinking about it.
The Thieves, though, back-to-back rounds now within 1, and it's been a trail of Hydra first bloods. Scrap, though, the damage dealer. In that last round, we're going to peek with Hydra as well. He's been finding the first bloods.
Look at this.
Who else has been? It's a little wiggle fight. We're crawling on forward. Who will get the angle first? Go to F. First person. And it's going to be a BZ that finds the opener. That's going to be 3 straight first bloods for Thieves. And yeah, this is why we think having Hydra and a BZ on the same team could be a big threat in this particular mode. He's going to take a second with him. Abuza last alive for the 3rd or 4th time. Got an AR in hand, so maybe a little bit more manageable, but he's going to get toyed with and eventually drop. 3 straight rounds, now tied up 4-4.
And I mean, I just love the look of the round, because you kind of 2-2 split that if you're Thieves, right? And you're trying to focus. You're trying to have FaZe focus on towards where a BZ is. As soon as he hits that first kill, then what happens playing side is you have 2 players wrapped through green, and all of FaZe are rotating back towards that side, back towards Motel, and it's just free. Just draws so much attention.
Well, you just have to think that, I mean, that's with kind of our traditional 3-lane maps. It's going to be a lot of, I don't want to say trickery, but like baiting and rotation, right? Like,
yeah, a lot
trying
of
to get people, trying to get people out of spots. Because with traditional 3-lane, if you're holding a power spot and you're just pushing in, they're sitting on a heady, it's going to be difficult. Yes, you have a wall bouncing and whatnot, but trying to get people moving, trying to get people over rotating. Well, yep, let's get out of here, because the presence is certainly there.
Yeah, you just take that risk if you're Thieves. 4-man hit it, use all your stuns, all your nades. Try to find an early first blood, because, well, that's been the key for them. But don't find anything, and FaZe survive that sort of barrage.
Now they're split a bit. Draw's just getting some information. He's been struggling in this 2 and 7. I mean, he's got 7 deaths compared to everyone in the lobby, which means he is definitely trying to take fights, just unfortunately not going his way for the most part.
We should have a stat of time crawled for 04.
Yeah.
It's got to be over 2 minutes.
He is one with this wood, Joe.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he's gotten moved up a little bit more aggressively here, trying to get an angle for backside deli. He might have saw one if he held that a second longer. It's been an opening for Simp to get aggressive. They're starting to take position here, but you're going to have to win a fight. At some point, Draza might be able to apply a little pressure from mid and find an opening.
Yeah,
he's going to do it. He's got to come soon.
All of these are here.
Yeah, that Draza probably has had to be there 2-3 seconds earlier, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, Thieves just kind of know there's 25 seconds left. They have to commit to this site now. Like, I don't see anything playing side. They all have to be here. So they just all get onto the staircase around that area.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier for us to say because we're watching the minimap and how it looks. But I mean, with the time remaining, the Draza's just got to get active. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's one where he's 2 and 7 and struggle a little bit. He's like, I'm gonna L trigger a bit.
And it feels like you're sort of waiting for these 04 crawls to pay off, and they haven't.
Yeah.
You're waiting 45 seconds for him to find a first blood, and he's not getting them.
Tell him to crawl faster, Joe. Tell him to crawl faster.
Well, you could crouch, but then he'd be seeing you.
True. Yeah. What? FaZe had 4 straight rounds, and now Thieves have answered with 4 straight of their own. That 4-1 lead, a distant memory now for FaZe. They've got to hold it here defensively to get us to around 11, or they're going into an 0-2 hole.
Yeah, but look at this info play. Again, 2-2 split. B bomb site's wide open. So you're going to take this risk. If Easy just has to play his life here, him and Scrap need to stay alive.
Oh,
and while Scraps gets a first blood, you have no idea this bomb is going down. So again, the 2-2 split pays out here for Thieves.
This one should be done, barring some kind of phase insane play. Draza's struggles continue. He's at 3-9, and they all get dropped. Thieves with an incredible comeback in a 1-4 hole, win 5 straight rounds, and take the search and destroy, and go up 2-0. What changed? Because you're up 4-1, and like I thought Thieves looked frustrated. Everything FaZe was trying was working. Was it purely like the first bloods?
I think it was the first bloods, but then just sort of the looks were better for the Thieves side. Sort of, you could tell maybe just VOD prep. Like we've had some early tournaments. They can go back and sort of counter that, and that 2-2 split on offense worked 2 rounds in a row. Yeah, but I think early first bloods, well, late first bloods, but yeah, you have 7 on the side of LA Thieves, and that just feels really important on a map like Scar.
And that right there is a breakdown of like why we think Thieves could be a good search team. I mean, Hydra and Abizi both have such potential to get you first bloods. And then, I mean, Scrap's not going to hesitate to take a fight. Correct. He's one of the straightest shooters we have, so he'll square up and get you a first blood from time to time, which he got 1 there. I mean, it's the fact that we talked all about the first bloods for Abizi and Hydra, and then you have Scrap leading in damage and kills. That seems to be a pretty good recipe to win, Joe.
No, it is. And this is why I think you and I talked about this. Like, it's going to be really tough to, I think, upset our top teams this year, because they're all really good at search.
Well, that's
like they should be.
Yeah, and I
like
think
if you look at Paris, Optic, these two, Miami was super when they had it search. Like, how are these bottom teams going to cause upsets?
No,
it's going to be so hard.
It feels like a lot of our, I'm not going to say dynasty, just a lot of our top teams over there. Usually, maybe it wasn't like a glaring weakness, but there was a strength in like a okay type mode. Like whether it was search or your respawns were a little weak because you were a 2-3-5 team. Yeah, we have some like just good top to bottom teams across all modes. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited for this year. I think already just like Paris has made this whole thing more interesting for me. Just from like that Monster launch weekend, I was like, all right, just the storylines for all the Paris fans and like that squad. I don't know how the hell this is going to play out, but so far, been a good time.
Yeah, so far so good for Thieves. Back over the desk.
Thank you, fellas. It's a battle between former friends. Well, I hope they're still friends, but tonight they are foes. Simp and Abizi going toe-to-toe, and despite Simp leading the lobby in damage, as well as some of the best stats in Game 2 for his team, they're down 2-0.
Yeah.
If you look at it, Ali, we're 25-point difference in hardpoint, a 2-round difference in search and destroy, but losing 5 rounds in a row feels like a totally different story.
100%. That's the story. That's the context, right? Even in that map number 1, I mean, LA Thieves were down a majority of that map, and it was a really good final hold to give them that lead in that final 60. But going back to the search and destroy, the mid-round adjustments I saw from LA Thieves, or the mid-round adjustments I feel like I saw from FaZe when they were in their prime from last year. You know what I mean? The years before when it comes to search and destroy, and they were on the back foot. So for me, I'm just so curious at the play calls and who's making them on the side of LA Thieves, because going 5 in the row is one thing, but just the way they were playing with FaZe on the map, like, okay, we finally got Abuza down. That was our main focus. Now what do we do? Now we can play with sites. Now we can play with mid. Now we can redirect. And the most important thing when you're doing that is staying alive. And when you have players like Abizi and Scrap who want to fly, being able to hold themselves back, maybe get that first pick, give you the room to breathe, push up to the other side of the map. I think they look fantastic.
Yeah, I think the whole dynamic in this search changed once Abuza no longer had the sniper, and you just saw them, like, they were just able to maneuver the map a little bit better. But yeah, they downloaded them. I mean, they shut down the deli push. We saw that. Scrap just wall banging. And then when they were on defense, staying alive, taking your time and finding the first blood, letting Hydra do what he does best. And I thought Clint said it perfectly. It's like, if those guys are fighting 3 first bloods each, like, it's going to be a tough time for you. So yeah, LA Thieves right now, they look scary, man.
Now we have a double dose of exposure for Overload and of course Hardpoint if we get to a game number 4. So let's visit the first Hardpoint, as this was a 250-225 finish, but it was a red hot start for FaZe Vegas. How did LA Thieves fight back in?
Yeah, it was the P4. They got control of the back. Scrap was finding a couple of kills, got a huge 60, get themselves back into it. And really that was the case both times. I mean, LA Thieves just have this ability, like, it doesn't matter if they're on the bad side of the hill. they can push into the front, trade out, and just make it scrappy and find a ton of time. And that's what you saw early on of like them just trying to hold on, not letting them extend, right? Because we saw Simp make some huge plays, some quick flanks, getting them to regain control. But once again, Thieves are just there immediately. I mean, despite Hydra, having a bad performance, it just doesn't matter. When you got a guy like Abizi who can pick up the slack for him, this is exactly what you envisioned if you were an LA Thieves fan, where that organization is like, we need a guy who can come in here, where Envoy sometimes probably couldn't pick up the slack for Hydra in the slaying department. Abizi sure can.
And for me, this is so important because LA Thieves, their biggest problem last year was that they were beating everybody, right? And they were like, we need to be put in tougher situations, whatever. They were on the back foot in both of these maps in the start of it. And to see that they are able to make those adjustments mid-game and it's this early in the season is a really good thing if you're an LA Thieves.
Somebody help Simp.
Facts.
Somebody help Simp?
Yes, that map 1 was a generational.
Should we say Zach help Simp?
Yeah, he needs to step up.
Yeah,
for
we're just going to call out Draza in particular. He only dropped 19 kills in the respawn, right? We were expecting him to drop more damage than he has so far in this series.
He plays a ton of search, too.
And he's not playing as aggressive as we'd like to see. We'll see if he's able to get that done in Overload. Here's a look, though, at the Tiny Ones as they face off in a second respawn. A 1.6 for Abe. On the other side, a 1.27 for Simp. Damage, 5,400 through 2 games, ain't bad.
Dude, like, he's just going crazy.
Map 1, by the way.
Yeah, Simp's going to have to be prime Simp again for this team, especially in respawn.
What's crazy is I'm looking at this and I'm just like, oh, wow, imagine these 2 guys on the same team. Oh, no.
Now, you guys both called LA Thieves. I was pretty confident in my Vegas pick, but what has been the growth from Thieves in the last 2 weeks? Because Monster Energy launch weekend, there were a lot of haters cheering on their downfall, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was early on. We talked to Nasty about it in the interview. Like, you don't even know all the spawns yet, right? We've had weapon meta changes, right? Like, we're about to jump into an exposure if we make it to the map 4. The maps, some of the hills are different, right? So teams just starting to learn, get more comfortable. I don't think anybody's surprised that LA Thieves look this good.
We'll be discussing it more, but hopefully this one's going to a game 5. We've been here long. Why not be here all night? We got Maven and Merc. Let's rock out for the final fight of the night.
Thank you, boys and girls. Well, the one recipe to maybe get there, we've talked a lot over the years. FaZe usually like to be Team B when you're talking about your vetoes. What does that usually mean? They get to pick the control, and then also a byproduct of that, you pick the map for hardpoint. So we're getting to a couple of their map picks. Caveat to that is map 2 was also their pick. But you usually control the middle of the series, or you try to. But we'll see. I mean, if they get it up here, but I mean, both these maps have been very close. They haven't.
Yeah, it's just like we don't know the importance of side choice in Overload yet. That's the other caveat to this. It should be very important. We've kind of talked about that sort of good side, bad side.
Yeah, and well, a big part of that, the reason it's interesting right now, and I don't know how you would change it, but the fact that, yeah, I mean, one side, first side, you can only score to 4. So if like your strong side on that, and then the swap happens, the other team's on the good side, they can score 5 or 6 or whatever they need to. So it's an interesting.
We haven't seen that yet.
We haven't, but part of me, it's like weird to me, but then there's part of me, it's like, it's now an important part of the veto process, and maybe advantage in a final if you come through winners or whatever the case may be. So there's part of me I'm like, okay, but then, yeah, we'll see how I feel when the first time it happens. When a team's just cut off at 4 and then swap and get slammed.
It's going to happen.
No, 100%.
It's going to happen. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
What do you think of the pistol change so far?
I mean, we've hardly really seen. I think it's in.
Well, okay. What do you think of the little you've seen?
I mean, I just think you have to be able to drop it. It's sort of tough to.
I saw a tweet from Maddox.
Yeah, they're working on it. It sounds like because I just think like you're gonna need a really good situation to kind of progress it where you only have the pistol, and it's not like it's bad. It's just like you want to be able to help that sort of push.
It's still a pistol. Even though, it's quite good. But we're gonna take a look at Draw's stats. As he has been, he's been struggling. He's been struggling. Sitting at a 0.58. The one scrim I was kind of watching their prep leading into this. I think it was the Koi one, as I mentioned. He was really struggling that one too. Maybe trying to find his footing in this particular title.
Well, this entire roster, I'm not saying it like sort of hinges on him, but like him and Abuja have to be a very strong AR duo.
Yeah. And with the power of the AR duos of like the other top teams.
Yeah, and that's just not getting out right now.
No, you're not. We'll see if he can turn it around. I mean, he has been fearless over the years. He is someone's not scared to talk trash, to deal with trash talk. If he has a bad map, he might drop 40 the next. I mean, he's had some insane series, but yeah, he's going to need better. And I think like you can survive maybe an off series for him, but not when you're talking about your optics, your thieves, your Paris, I don't know if you can. It's going to be tough.
And this just, I think you could last year and the year before.
True. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, but this
Not anymore.
No, I don't think you have the luxury of Celium, who is guaranteed 1-2. Although I'm interested. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to see. There's gonna need to be a graphic after like however many months. That's like sell stats with Simp and Easy, and then sell stats now. And listen, it might turn around, but the game does not look quite as easy for him now. A little bit different when you have maybe the best SMG duo.
Open things up for you.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that might be the case, but we'll see. Falcons will try to turn it around and get things rolling, but not himself yet. But hopefully, I don't have a lot of hope for the team, but we'll see. Maybe next year. Maybe next year will be the one, Joe.
Yeah, we'll just keep writing checks.
Keep writing checks, I think, is exactly what they're going to keep doing. All right, fist bumps out. We're going to get going. Thanks to everybody that's still watching. Know some issues earlier on. Again, I'm not going to try to explain it because it was complicated, but I think we're good now. We're going to get rolling. So those that still stuck around, thank you. I don't know what that was, but thank you.
It's just a full fist. That's what that is.
You calling me a full fister, Joe?
I mean,
I don't know what that means.
That was like a Tiger Woods.
Load the map! We got to load the map before we really get off the rails here.
It was a Tiger Woods. Yeah. That's what it was.
I like that. But how do you do the Heisman? See, this is what happens. Now they give us all this freedom with this big TV. I'm going to go off the deep end. Next thing you know, I'm going to be throwing it back, Joe. No, I'm not going to do that, I swear. I already did it a little bit. Okay, map 3, thank God. Here we go. Okay, so sides wrong at the top, but I believe we are continuing.
I thought we were restarting the map.
No, I heard that from a producer. I'm like, oh no, resetting. But okay, so just for those of you watching at home,
colors are flipped.
Colors are flipped.
Yeah, I thought we were like jumping back to camera, resetting.
I was like, not a good time to reset. I was about to twerk. No, maybe not the best time. But no EMP control so far. As Hydra gets 2, that'll be all mid-map control. As Hydra gets 3, that'll be all mid-map control. Now to the Thieves side as they'll look to push it up towards the B score. Simp's going to get a big one to kind of slow that push. The rest of his team cutting it up through the P3 area.
I mean, if Simp dies, then these two can fly out and sort of cut off balcony, and it's probably a score. Instead, you really have to slow it down. So nice one-on-one win there for Simp. Numbers still over to FaZe, just because you're spawning across the map right now. So yeah, you have sort of EMP control. Hydra's frying, but it hasn't turned into anything.
See if maybe it turns into a streak for him. Quickly, that'll be a no. Beams there from Simp.
And this is a tough part, right? How does Scrap get involved now? It's just so difficult.
I'd be dropping it. Can he pick up the EMP right now?
No, I want to shoot, right? I want to shoot. I want to get involved. Want to sort of establish this push, and he just can't.
No. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to show shade to Ken, but like, if I'm Scrappy, I'm like, I don't want this in my hand. I want to be beaming and dropping people. Me and Hydra, let us push it. We're dropping them, getting all the kills. Now maybe going to be a score flying on forward. Scrap trying to get in, but he's going to get stunned up and slowed as Thieves look for the push and the points. Let's hop to a listen in here, like.
One more back there, left. One's in blue. It's spawn P2. Make sure we're wrapping left.
I'll wrap, John. I'll wrap out her.
Yeah, I'm wrapping out her too.
One's people on me?
I think one's already our inner loop.
Top blue box. Okay, top blue box is a search. I don't see anything above.
I don't see anything below. Yo, one R-hop. Default one.
I need help.
Look for one here, one low ring.
Okay, run to me, make it. I'm on it. Take it back.
Reaching the right, I think. Abuza, one shot. He's just ironing.
I'm in the corner.
He's just sitting in my car. P4 on me.
P4.
He's pitching. R solo.
Absolutely. He's on B point.
One's under spawn.
Nice. Snip was one shot too. Go left.
Yeah, sunny it.
I need over for yours. I need.
I'm sunny. He's close.
I got it. Nice job.
Another one outer. One's outer P4. Top, boys. Top solar. One's our P4.
I'm looking for the guy P4. P4 not telling me.
P4, one bullet, off.
Okay, Zan P4.
Where do you go?
Going old P4, top ring probably. Probably top ring.
Low that. That's one was top solar on the left.
I'm long. Take it down. Long with me, long. Light to me.
Watch out, low tower.
Well, throughout that Thieves listen in, it was mostly FaZe that were moving the rock. They're going to be able to tie it up at 1-1, and now we'll get the reset. EMP in Kenny's hands now.
Yeah, this is a tough one, right? You see the spawns closed for Abuza. Also a pinch coming in from 04, and well, he's going to get that kill. So it's tough when you're on this side and it spawns bottom. I feel like most of the time you'll see our team just sort of wrap. You want to sort of attack B. Just feels a little bit more difficult. But FaZe do a really good job just tying it up. I mean, they get a 3-4 dead. Draza was able to find that drawback. He's able to just get aggressive, win a couple of gunfights. So we're tied at 1.
Tied at 1, and now we'll see what this next push looks like after, what, a 4 double a little bit ago. I thought it was going to turn into some aggression here from FaZe, but they need to win another wave, and well, they seem to be doing that. They've got numbers for a moment, and then they disappear. Scraps POV to see what kind of damage he can lie down. Nice job just getting some shots in and backing away from the window. Unfortunately, 4 will have the angle, and that's going to be another double for him. He's up to 3 straight on this little stretch.
Yeah, got to be careful here. This is it's a key gunfight for that first player, so a nice job dealing with 04. And I think I would have loved to see them that first time, maybe with 10 just try to wrap it back. Just feels like it's just so hard to attack A.
Yeah, he has no help. He was just stuck there. Now, Draws has been holding on to this, and Simp's been kind of looking over, getting kills for him. Well, unfortunately, I think those shots are for the ball carrier. Simp ends up catching them in the background. Kenny, I thought, turned it into 2, but that's a huge stun that comes in over the top.
Can he make the play here? If he gets 2,
he's inside of somebody.
Oh my, yeah, he was. He jumped over his head.
It looked insane on the minimap. Like, they're on top of each other.
He gets that kill. Yeah, I mean, that's a score there for FaZe. So you're kind of waiting on him on that wide pinch.
And now this is what you're talking about, Thieves. What they want to try and do is wrap this out topside or make a play through mid. You've got, what, 25 remaining in regulation on this half to get a bonus 30 here if you've got this EMP in hand. And it looks like they're going to try and actually wrap this bottom, maybe fake him out, try and drag some bodies.
What we're doing now, we got to be careful. You brought this back to your base.
No. BC's got to go huge.
Simp wins a gunfight. You at least will get the extra 30 if you have it in control, but the stun's going to connect. And while they're able to play a little defense, you're just going to leave it be. It's on your side of the map. No, 04 was so close to grabbing that.
Bro, if he grabbed that, I think he's
in.
Yeah, he might be in. I mean, he's still
that was close.
You died real fast in this game, but that was real close. And yeah, you got nervous when they were wrapping that back up. But with the time on the clock and where the FaZe position was, like, this is going to get hairy here for the Thieves team. But thankfully, not a massive. It could have been a massive blunder.
I mean, it's sort of like, you're keeping the possession, whether you watch, football, soccer, right? You're wrapping it back. Someone makes a bad pass, and it's like, goal. Like, this is a problem.
100%. But we'll check out some of the highlights here from the first half. There's the push through and score for Thieves. Now we'll see the score on the other side, going up on the wall, jump, trying to dodge any nades that are coming through. That'll be what, a Booza that punched it in. Second half of play, tied up 1-1. FaZe and the 0-2 hole in the series. They got to take this to extend this series. This was their pick, but they're all getting picked here off the break. Abuza, the only one to find a kill, but he's going to turn it into 2, and that's a big 2 to just slow down the onslaught.
And again, here's another one of those situations where you're controlling the EMP, but just going to be so tough for you. You got to wait for your teammates. Scrap was able to find a double, so Chen's just going to wait for him. Chen having a solid series here. You love to see it. But yeah, everything just kind of slows down now. So you're hoping FaZe makes a mistake, but no matter what, you're going to be at a disadvantage with that pistol.
Big win there from Hydra. He's going to turn that into 2. Going towards the score, and that'll funnel it in. They're just going to wait a second, let their teammates get in position.
So they know it's going to spawn topside.
Let them wrap out.
Yeah, they know it's going to spawn topside. You want to make sure that they get there, get in a position to win a couple of gunfights. Don't allow FaZe to counter right away. And well, this is what we talk about. The more and more our teams play this, the better and better they are going to get. And well, Thieves are getting darn good.
And that's one of those things where we just haven't seen maybe a lot of clean 4 downs in a score where you've had a chance to be cute with it, because a lot of times it feels like you're dodging stuns, dodging nades. But there, yeah, those couple extra seconds of Call of Duty can be massive. Allows them to set up, chain 2 together. Now up 2 with 3.5 to play. Thieves looking to close it out with a 3-0.
Yeah, you had no counter opportunity. BZ was able to find one. Ken found one off spawn. So you had 3 players for FaZe near the device on the respawn. And Hydra is just, what is happening? Dealing with this seems fun.
What is that fight? Draws ultimately gets the kill. But no, that seemed like a headache. I was getting migraine watching it. But you're going to need some scores here soon. If you are this FaZe team, they have EMP in hand. They're trying to develop this push. This could be everything. Well, I mean, you still have 3 to go, but I feel like the wheels were coming off a little bit. You need something positive here.
Well, he's had a couple of 3-4 downs, right? And well, this guy, he is having himself a map. Plus, he's got a Hellstorm to slow things down. And well, this is where you just kind of play a little bit of keep away if you are LA Thieves. Possess the ball and, well, just don't allow FaZe to get it. But again, it's just coming in waves right now.
Now, Hydra has been terrific. Now, with the pistol up, can he find the score? Just able to get through. 4-1 now. FaZe get all the kills there. Well, maybe get them in position to control mid-map to counter it, but Not what you wanted to see.
Looked like a little slam ball action right there off the trampoline.
It's not uplink, but we've got our moments. Things slow down here for a moment. It draws it up a melee in. Hits the pistol kill. Hydra able to get one as well. We've seen some crazy wall bouncing and battles going down. But with 2 minutes to go, I mean, I feel like this push has to lead to a score.
Yeah, it's sort of last chance. You got map control. Again, the problem is Hydra might just call in the Hellstorm. I guess he doesn't have to yet. But you do find the first. Here comes the push. Trades are good so far for FaZe. It's down to a BZ. You don't want to grab the objective, and well, there is just a flank. Well, you buy enough time for the flank to get there. It's all down to draws.
Great play again for Thieves. As you said, buying just enough time. The defense has been as good as the offense. They've just done a better job capitalizing on their opportunities. Well, it's just really been the 4 deads, like the 3-4 deads. They've had so many more. Or it feels like if like FaZe have had a 4 dead, it's been like in their base. It like gets them out of their base.
Okay, that's a 4 dead, and we have it in their base. Okay, then you still have the Hellstorm. I imagine Hydra's going to use it here soon. Well, no, it spawns topside. They all spawn topside. So you're just going to play for this, but a chance maybe to chain a couple together here if you are FaZe.
And draws it maybe started to turn up a little bit statistically. Just will it be
here we go, 3 dead.
Series? Another opportunity. Will the Hellstorm be coming in soon? Are they able to get it through? It looks like they're going to fly in 4-4. You hope he gets one. Not able to get it. So now it's all on Simp and Abuza. You see every nade hitting. Simp's able to get one. Is that the opening to slide across? Gets through. 45 seconds to go. Draza is still finding kills. He has now turned it on. There's another one with the pistol within one.
And I mean, yeah, this is like Draza just individually has stepped up. Abizi is out though. Do they know it? They have to find Abizi. He can slow things down. And
he does, big time.
Yeah, he's able to find 2. Hellstorm called in, but again, if FaZe are able to control it, it's actually Simp's Hellstorm. So Hydra still has this. If FaZe are able to get it, you will get that extra 30 seconds.
Can they get a touch? Massive sequence coming. Hydra still holding that Hellstorm to play spoiler. Because he can just kill the EMP carrier if he gets the opportunity to fight. Then though, Simp not able to drop the second player though. Gets damage in.
Got a touch.
Gets away. Have to touch the next 4 seconds. Gets it out. How does Simp get 2? Someone's got to touch it.
He's got it. He's got it. So 30 seconds added on.
Here we go. Can they get it done? An insane play from Simp, and now the streak. Can you dodge it? Dodging wrenches, missiles, trying to stay alive, kills the EMP carrier. This one is done. Does not connect. Still have a chance. 12 seconds to go.
They have the cut. This is on 04. What did 04 find?
His 4 gets 1. Draws to go to 4 gets 2.
It's a tie
game. And he gets 2 at the same time.
Are you kidding me?
The 4v2. The comeback is insanity. It's all in a BZ and Hydra now clutch up 2v4. What in the hell did we see in this second half?
No,
that's a ladder grab.
He can score. He can score. He's going.
He's just gonna grab it and go. What the hell was that game?
What did we just see? Overload. Welcome to Call of Duty.
What the hell was that? Wow. That was the most toxic ladder grab I've ever seen.
And I mean, listen, yeah, you don't want a sudden death. It's all about sort of the one life, but the objective is still in the play.
It's so funny because I wasn't thinking about the objective at all. Not even a little bit. Like, they're in a 4v2. It's not even crossing my mind. They're just going to grab it and go. I mean, FaZe are, that was one of the more insane comebacks we've seen. It didn't turn into a win. That was incredible, but then the mental drops off. The mental drops off. You cannot get scored on 2v4.
It's just tough because you score that last one, you get a couple of kills, but you're all on their side of the map. BZ recognized it. They got the 1 kill. They got to kill Spiral, and the Tom's probably just like, yo, let's just go for it.
That I'll be honest, that ladder grab made me sick. That was disgusting. I mean, listen, he might not win the gunfight, but the fact he didn't even get a gunfight. That is tough. Whoa, look at the stats and how that one broke down. I mean, Simp had a hell of a series. Yeah, Simp had a real good series despite getting 3-0'd.
Feeling tough for the guy already.
No, same. But on the other side of it, I mean, Hydra, the playmaker, shout out to Draza for coming alive in the series, finally in that map 3.
What do you see his impact?
He's the